We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Break. Here we go. 54 Mike. Here we go. 26. Switch gears. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now Prescott. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily. And move on.
He goes, trap! Yellow lady! Yellow lady!
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
53. Ready? No. Jack! Under 10. Under 10.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, fly low! Rush in! Hey, alert 3! Shit!
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. The Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. On second down, it's Coleman. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 23. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tevin Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He'll get this to Eckler. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott buying time to his left. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no long.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. Tevin Coleman with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Beckham. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's the Boise State alone. Jay Ajayi. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Check 41. Ready? First down.
A first down throw for Prescott. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
First down, Los Angeles.
Check 24. Check 24.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
No.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Stafford on first down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, it's Stafford. Complete to Bryant. A good pickup there, 22. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On play action, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They go play action here on first down. Throw caught here by Bird. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Prescott now. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Watch safety 32.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
32.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Matt Milano coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check 50. Check 50.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The pass complete. It's Bird. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Prescott now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike, here we go. I got one. Here we go, 46. 46.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. Open man is Trey Burton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 4th-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
Take it. Here we go, 47. 41. 26.
First down, Prescott. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to go up top, and his throw intercepted by the All-Pro corner, Kyle Fuller. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
10. Tighten up. Kill.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He completes this to Sutton. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10, down at the 33. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. 20! Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Let's go!
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Now Prescott, flush to his right, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Nassib in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that deep.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Coleman now. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stafford going to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Line 8. Back to pass. Here we go. 46. Pass him. Here we go. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Rams, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss here is their 10th of the season. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week.
Not a day of my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day of my life. Knows my dogs, stay by